out right now because this book, Wonder by R.J. Palacio, is going to be made into a movie, and I am so excited. The trailer's out right now, and our family cannot wait to see it. Wonder's been on my to-read list for quite a while, but we finally listened to it in the car, my kids and I, just this last year, and we loved it. We were driving from western to eastern Nebraska, and we could not wait to get back in the car and listen and find out what had happened with Augie and his friends. So a little background about the book. A boy named Augie Pullman is born with some facial deformities and has to have numerous surgeries to kind of fix the problems that he was born with. As he's coming into 5th grade, his parents and him decide it's time to go ahead and start middle school and to not homeschool anymore. And so the storyline is basically about Augie, the friends that he makes, and the different struggles that he and his friends experience as they're navigating the tricky world of middle school. Love how well the author describes each character, not even just describes it, but how she gives the point of view from each character. So she changes point of view every few chapters or so, which I love. So you'll see in the book, like this page here, this is point of view of Via, his older sister. Okay, and so then you'll have a few chapters that will tell the story from her point of view. And then you'll have Summer, a friend he makes at school named Summer. And each time it changes character, it gives the name of the person that's going to be talking, and then it gives a quote. And so it's really fun to see all those different points of view. I love how she creates very round characters. So you see every character, you see kind of the good, the bad, and the ugly. You cheer for them, but you also kind of realize they're not perfect either. And then the other thing is just that it's a wonderful theme of kindness throughout the book. The very end of the book, the headmaster, I think is what he's called, I think it was a private school, he gives a talk, and he talks about kindness, and a quote that he gives is just so awesome. He says, "But what I want you, my students, to take away from your middle school experience is the sure knowledge that in the future you make for yourselves anything is possible. If every single person in this room made it a rule that wherever you are, whenever you can, you will try to act a little kinder than is necessary, the world really would be a better place." And so I love that. There's lots and lots of quotes in here about kindness and how we should treat others. And essentially that's just the theme of the book. So love, love, love this book. So much fun. As far as ages, so I listened to it in the car with my 4 kids. My oldest is now 12, and then a 9-year-old girl, a 12-year-old boy, 9-year-old girl, and 5-year-old girl, and then my 2-year-old. So the 11-year-old and 9-year-old really got into it. I'd say let's see, my 3rd grader, she's starting to understand kind of the dynamics of different social situations at school and friendships, and found all of that really interesting. And then of course my 6th grader, it just was right on with kind of where he's at in life. And so that was a great fit for them. My kindergartner listened, but didn't really like engage as much with it. So it's definitely a little bit older elementary to middle school age book. I'd say 6th and 7th grade would probably love it, and by the time they get into 8th grade, may still love it, may not. They're kind of on the borderline of wanting something a little bit more sophisticated. So trying to think of what else I had, but I think that's it. I think that's all I wanted to say about this book. If you haven't read it, you really, really should. The audio is really good. The gal who does Augie, it's really different right at first when you listen to it, but then it becomes very endearing. So if you try the audio and you kind of are like, I'm not sure this is kind of, if I can listen to this, it really grows on you. And so I say give it a shot. Let me know if you guys read it, if you've read it, what you think of it, and if you're like me and you're like super pumped about the movie, let me know because I want to hear. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.